Well, hello. Welcome back to Fitness Friday with Johnny Tiger on February 3rd, 2023. Quite often, when I go on vacation, I end up coming back feeling all flabby and out of shape. You know, even though you think, yeah, it's good, I'm on vacation, I don't have to work out, your body kind of feels the effect of being inactive after a month. Luckily, it usually doesn't take me that long to get back into shape. Even more lucky is this time coming back from California, I didn't really have to get back into shape because while I was away, Kitten and I were hitting the gym 3 times a week, every week, and I found that it was very refreshing because for many years now, I've been just training in martial arts and doing the calisthenics, CrossFit stuff, and I haven't really had the chance to hit the gym and sit down at a machine and lift some serious weight. Well, some people who like barbells and free weights will say that that's not serious weight. But hey, I mean, each to its own. When I'm working with serious, like heavyweight stuff, I prefer the machines because that I don't have to worry about someone spotting for me, and I don't have to worry about things breaking, things including me. But anyway, today I'm going to do some exercises, show you guys how to do some exercises to with your free weights with the dumbbells for you to toughen up your lower back. Because if you neglect your lower back and just focus on all the cool stuff, your pecs and your tricep, your bicep, your delts, your uh, abs, and your legs. If you neglect your lower back, then you're neglecting one of the biggest group of supportive muscles in your body, which means you're not going to have a very strong core. Your back is going to hurt eventually, and you are not going to be in a very good shape uh, as you get older, especially when you get older. Now, before we go into it, yes, I know the camera is at a very low angle because the first exercise we'll be doing, we're actually going to the ground. After that, we'll be able to get back on our feet, so I'll adjust the camera then. Before we start, let me quickly mention that when you work your lower back, don't overdo it. Like it's very important to do it just enough to push yourself. But if you overdo it, if you think I can do 500 pounds, I can lift 500 pounds, so I'm going to do 500 or 400 pounds every time. You are messing up your lower back more than uh, helping growing the muscles and getting it stronger, right? Uh, there is a bit of a difference between what is recoverable, what is healable by your body versus what is the minimum you need for growth. Uh, that's the line you need. You want to be below the threshold of the point of no return, and you want to be above the threshold that your body can grow. Okay, you want to go between those two lines. What is minimally required for your body to grow, and what is the maximum that your body is able to heal from? You have to keep between those lines. So don't push it too hard, especially with lower back, because when your lower back is really sore next day, you won't be able to function, and you'll be cussing me out. So, uh, with all that said, grab yourself a dumbbell or medicine ball if you don't have dumbbells at home, and we're going to lay down on our front, and we're going to do some Superman. How do you do Superman? Let's do it without dumbbell first. You lay on your front with your legs stretched out behind you, with your arms stretched out in front of you, nice and comfortable on your belly. And then When you're ready, arch your back and lift your arms and legs off the ground so you feel that stretch in your lower back. Push your belly button into the ground, hold for a couple seconds, and then put it down. And lift up again, hold for a few seconds, and put it down. Lift up, hold for a few seconds, and put it down. Yeah, I'm going to turn to profile so maybe you guys can see better, hopefully. There. So, again, laying down on my front with the legs stretched out, arms stretched out, and I want to arch my back, lift my limbs off the ground, and down, just like that. Okay? Now, when you add weight, it's suddenly a lot harder. So just use a light dumbbell or just one dumbbell. Okay? Hold it between your hands. Hmm? Actually, even with this 20 pound, I don't know if this is too heavy or not for Superman. So let's give it a try. We're going to take this dumbbell between our hands and then go up and down. Yeah, that's really heavy. Again, we're going to hold this between our hands and then keeping our arm relatively straight in front of us. We're going to do our Superman. So we go up and down. Up. I just flopped that back down there. Yeah, 20 pounds is challenging, even for me who's doing this on camera. This is kind of embarrassing. Anyway, you guys get the idea. For this one, you probably want to use a lighter weight. Now, for the rest of the exercises, we'll be on our feet. So I'm going to pause and then adjust the camera so it's higher up. Excuse my arm. Actually, just as I reached down to adjust the stand, I remember that there's another exercise on the ground that we're doing for lower back. So, whoops, my bad. Okay, back on the ground with you. Lay down on your side. We're going to do some side hip lift. This one is amazing with a dumbbell, and it's work your obliques, of course, and it's work your abs, and it's work your lower back. Like it's a very wide distributing movement to toughen things up. So how you're going to do this is you're going to get in a side plank position, lay down on your right side, propped up on your elbow, so your right elbow is on the ground, your right elbow and your right forearm, and then stack your legs, so your legs are on top of each other. You can do this with straight legs, or you can bend your leg, bend your knee, whatever's easier for you. If it's too easy, then straighten your leg. Grab a dumbbell, put the dumbbell on your hip, on your top hip. Okay? Hold the dumbbell against your top hip. Okay? And now we're going to lift our hip off the ground with the dumbbell resting on our hip. And we're going up, hold it for 5 to 10 seconds, and slowly come down. And we go up again, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back down, go up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back down. Okay? Now, once you get tired on that side, we'll switch sides. Now we'll flip over. We'll lay on our left side, propped up on our left elbow. Remember, stack your legs on top of each other and take the dumbbell. We're going to put it on our right hip this time, and we're going to lift our hip off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back down, up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back down and up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And for real this time, we're going to get on our feet. So, be right back. Adjusting the camera. Let's see if I can do this without knocking the camera over. Now that we are standing up, we are going to do 3 more exercises to work out your lower back. All 3 exercises basically require you to do the same body motion. So let me show you guys the motion first because, like I said, all 3 basically are the same body motion. It's just the way you hold the dumbbell is different, and it will give you a slightly different workout. So the motion is basically you standing with your feet shoulder width apart, keep your back nice and straight, and bend forward at the waist while pushing your hip back slightly, and bend your knee slightly, like you're taking a deep bow, and then stand back straight. Okay? For all 3 motion, you need to keep your back straight so there's no rounding your back. So don't drop your shoulder forward. Don't round your shoulder. Right? Your upper back have to stay as straight as you can as you bow forward and push your butt backward and then come up. Okay? So as you come forward, your butt pushes back, and then when you stand up, at no time should your back be rounded. If you round your back, you will hurt yourself. And at all time, keep your core, keep your stomach, keep your abs, keep your uh, obliques, everything nice and tight. Oh, nice and tight. Keep some nice tension on your core, on your lower back, as you bend and come up. Right? So this is the basic motion that we'll be performing. Now, for those of you who find this is very difficult, either you need lighter weight to work with, or one thing that I find is if you find a wall and put your butt against the wall and perform these moves, so when you bend forward, you actually have something to push against with your butt. This will make it a lot easier and less likely to hurt your back. Now, if you want a true challenge, if you are experienced or more experienced, then you can do a free form without the wall behind you. Just be careful, okay? Be careful. Do not injure yourself. That's always been the danger of free weights. It's a possibility of injuring yourself really bad. Number 1 exercise we're going to do is called the good morning exercise. There are many, many different ways to do this. But for me, I like to do this by holding the weights against my chest. I have 1 dumbbell in each hand, and I hold the dumbbells together in front of my chest, pressed against my chest. Okay? And this is where they're going to stay. My legs are shoulder width apart. I keep my back straight. I'm going to slowly bend forward, keeping my knees bent slightly and pushing my butt back. Once I get to the bottom, I'm holding that pose for several seconds before coming back up. Look at that again. Holding the dumbbell against my chest, I bend forward, pushing my butt back, and hold, and come up. Okay? Again, do not round your back. Do not round your shoulder. Exercise number 2, standard deadlift. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart. Put the dumbbell down in front of your feet. Make sure that they're not going to drop them on your feet. Okay? Do this nice and careful. Starting in a stand-out position, you're standing up. The dumbbells are in front of your feet. You're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to reach down and grab your dumbbell without squatting. Okay, you're going to keep your knees slightly bent, and you're going to bend down, keep your back straight, bend down, keep back straight, grab your dumbbell, and then push with your heel. Okay, push off the ground with your heel to give yourself a little bit of a lift and stand up. Okay, back stay straight, back stay straight. And then we go back down, back stay straight, push your butt back, watch you don't put the dumbbell on your toe, and then push with your knee and lift up. Down again, keep your back straight, and up we go. Push with your knee and heel and lift up. Just like that. That is the standard deadlift. And while we're here, I'm going to show you guys the Romanian deadlift, which is our last exercise of the day. This is very similar to the previous deadlift, except this time, rather than starting with your dumbbell on the ground, you're going to hold your dumbbell. Your starting position is feet shoulder width apart, dumbbell in your hand, resting just in front of your legs, your groin area, where your arms are straight, palms toward you. The dumbbells are hanging in front of my quad or groin area. Keeping my back straight, I'm going to hinge at the waist, bend forward, pushing my butt back just like the previous exercises, and let the dumbbell travel down my leg as far down as I can go, and then stand back up. Go down, bend forward, keeping your back straight, and back up. Down, forward, and up. Okay? So it's almost like the regular deadlift, except this one you do not put the dumbbell on the ground. Like I said, when you work your lower back, you want to be careful. Don't want to be overly zealous about it, so you don't injure yourself, so you can still get up and work and have fun. But developing strong lower back muscles is vitally important for if you want to be able to lift heavy weight without a lot of injury, and also for those of us in the martial arts circle, having strong lower back, strong core muscle is vitally important. Thank you for checking out today's Fitness Friday. We'll be back tomorrow with our Survival Saturday. And don't forget, you can find me on Instagram or Twitter by using @JohnnyTiger1981.